afternoon. Привет.
Good morning to you. It's very nice to see you again. And
Oh,
I look
wonderful.
forward to
Likewise.
talk with you,
Yes,
to
you look
share
great.
some ideas and to hear about your experience.
Absolutely. Yes. So how are you doing? When did you get back from India?
Anya, it was long travel back. I
Mhm.
came back to Moscow yesterday morning,
Mhm.
about 10 a.m.
Oh, right, in the morning. So you were
Yes,
traveling all night.
yes. It took me
Wow.
about maybe 18 hours because there were
Mhm.
3 transfer flights. And
Wow,
I
I
had
can
to
imagine
wait
that.
to two airports about maybe 13 hours.
Oh, wow.
12, maybe 12 hours, yes. 4 in
Mhm.
one airport and 7 in
Mhm.
Delhi airport.
Well, but it seems like it was worth it because you did have a great trip. And I saw the photos, they're so incredible. So fantastic and everything looks so good. And the question that I was meaning to ask you about the country, the India, the new place. What was the most amazing and surprising for you? What was your biggest discovery about this country?
Thank you for your question. Yeah, that was my first time in India,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very impressed. The country, people, culture. It's something different, Anya. I haven't seen uh, something like this before. It's very similar, like in Indonesia,
Mm-hmm.
in Bali, as I
Mm-hmm.
was 1 year ago, but it's it's different. There are
Right.
a lot of luxuries and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of something
Yeah, it's like
not
a big
really
gap, right? And
big
it's
gap.
right, big
Yes,
the difference. And
yes,
that's what I
but
think it's very fascinating in the countries like this. The contrast of life.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and people I've met, most of them are very supportive, very kind,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to help, to
Mm-hmm.
give, and you are, as a guest, you are king for them.
Wow.
Most of them want to do anything for you. They feed, they do something. It's very nice. It's very nice. Nice
Mm-hmm.
traditions, nice experience we discovered in very powerful places like
Mm-hmm.
Taj Mahal, one of the how can I say it? How can I say it, Anya?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Чудо света, Anya.
The wonder of the world. One of
Yes,
the wonders of the world.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
very nice, very nice. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
People built this 4 centuries ago, and it's huge.
Wow.
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's very difficult to believe that that was built without any modern tools
Technologies.
or
Yeah.
technologies, and
And
it's very nice.
equipment. Yeah.
Also, I liked Khajuraho. It's a small city
Mm-hmm.
with nice temples, and we had last day we went there and we did some cleaning process because with
Mm-hmm.
one person in our group is in the process. She has her name is Asya,
Mm-hmm.
and she, I don't know how to explain Anya,
Mm-hmm.
but she study and she has something within her that we, I cannot understand. She has
Mm-hmm.
something, and
Wonder.
we
Yeah,
did
something
we did
amazing.
we did energy cleaning, all
Mm-hmm.
our group, and we all had some effect of that. We all felt that, and it's very nice.
Amazing.
I will probably I will think about this and try to explain you more, but
Of
it's very
course.
difficult to explain. You have to be there and feel that.
Exactly, exactly. And this is so important and so fundamental because you cannot move further once your mind and your soul is like intoxicated with the wrong ideas and thoughts and bad karma or whatever it is that's stopping so many people, the blocks that do not let us go further. This is really important. This is great. I like that. Yeah, because I think
Yes.
it is very interesting because I spent my last several weeks in Europe, which is a Western country, like Western civilization, and you were in the East. And it's just amazing to me that on the same planet, on the different parts of the world, people live so differently and they believe in different things and they they just have different results as well. And then traveling for me, and I'm sure it is for you too, is a means of education, as something that you can learn and make your own life better. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with that. And I was thinking about our conversations during my visit in India, and
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to share with you some insights and breakthrough. And the
Yeah.
reason I came to India, Anya, it wasn't for holidays or
Mm-hmm.
for just relaxing. You
Right, of
saw
course.
some pictures and some articles, short statements about the conference.
Right.
It's called Global Leadership Summit,
Mm-hmm.
and I was one of the speakers. There was
Fantastic. It's a great
15
achievement.
speakers in 2 days forum.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice people, very nice audience, entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
some ambassadors,
Mm-hmm.
officials, media, and it was probably about my first experience that I had 1 hour speech and 1 hour seminar and training, like workshop in English for English speaking audience.
Yeah.
And now I can say that me and most people there, some of them already are international speakers, but now I can say about myself, Anya,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm getting and I'm achieving my goals. Now I can say about myself that I'm already international speaker.
Absolutely,
I
yes.
was on international conference,
Sure,
made speech
definitely.
for people all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Absolutely, and that you made it official. That is, of course, came naturally because you're very well qualified to do that. Yeah, because with the means of uh, the modern technology, we can do so many things. And you can travel, you can make speeches, and or that what we're doing right now is we are recording the video and making a film, and a lot of people, maybe all over the world, will be watching it one day. And this is just a different experience, but congratulations. It was absolutely awesome and incredible and great because I know what public speaking is, and I know that it's not easy, it's not for everyone. And most people, they would just refuse to do that, or they would never believe in their life that they're able to. So how was it? What kind of preparation did you do? What did you do to make it great? Did you rehearsal it, learn everything by heart? Tell me a little bit more about your preparation for this big event.
First of all, I've prepared my presentation, what I'm going to say, what slides should I put in my presentation, what I'm going to talk. Because 1 hour, it's about like 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a very small amount of time, and you cannot say what you want to say, what you have to say.
Exactly.
You have to structure your thoughts, structure your information in your head.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what the audience would like to hear, what's the piece of information is more important than other. And I was thinking about it. I put all information in presentation. I've practiced a couple of times, and I thought that shouldn't be here. Probably I can delete this. That information I'm going to add this picture, to talk about my story, to talk about my experience.
Great.
I'm going to share this. I'm going to share that. And it's nice. It's very important to prepare, to practice.
Oh, totally.
You can talk for yourself. You can put some people. Just talk, and you'll be more confident when you on the stage.
Absolutely, yes. I think the visual, when people can not only hear you, but they can also see you, that is a little bit more challenging. And but
Yes,
I know it's definitely not easy, but it's just so exciting after you've done it. It feels so good, I think.
thank you.
Yeah.
And you're right. Most information people just forget,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't remember more than 20-30%, or even less.
Mm-hmm.
And what you said, I agree with you that how you
Mm-hmm.
act, how you feel, how you on the stage. I mean, Anya, how can I say how you
You go on the stage, right?
you go on the stage and people just see you and they
Yeah.
on subconscious level just
Yeah, you are on the public display, right? So you are there on the public display. So you're on their spot. You can say that too.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
body language, how you feel self-confidence. People just feel that they on subconscious level, and we can use all techniques and methodics to prepare. Most people are a little bit scared, and that's one of the biggest fear to speak publicly.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
no one just born to be excellent public speaker.
Yeah.
Preparation is very important, but also preparation in your own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Try to visualize your ideal presentation, your ideal speech. How do you feel? How the audience react? Probably you can imagine just in your mind that audience applaud you on the stage, and you can hear some voices. You can
You have the feedback from the audience.
idealize your feeling, and when you do this often on the stage, you feel like you already done this dozens of times.
Very true.
And it's very important not only for public speaking, for any aspects of life, for negotiations, for conversations, maybe difficult ones, but you can imagine, you can visualize, you can use positive statement that you feel confident, you are a great speaker, you are a great negotiator or entrepreneur, and you visualize, you affirm that, and a little bit you start to become that person. You increase your self-confidence and self-esteem.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
when you meet that in reality, you feel that you are like already done this. You can nothing to be scared. And in most situations, what you visualize, it's very similar what you have in reality.
Yeah, I think I used the same principle when in Paris I was on the radio, and even if it was not visual, it was all audio, but I realized that there are so many people all over the world are listening to me, to my voice. That is this is humongous pressure. But then, and especially that it was spontaneous, there was not really the presentation with the interview with questions in Russian language, which I do not really use that often. And I just realized that it's important is what what you actually deliver. It's not the information, it's a personality. It's this fascination that people are going to feel that you're saying something and you are creating, you're just provoking an emotional response from them. And this is the most important thing. If you learn this, then you're able to do so much with attracting the right people into your life, into your work that you're doing. This is a great skill, I would say. But it only can be achieved with a lot of practice. So this is.
And I want to congratulate you too, Anya, for that interview, for that radio show.
Thank you very much.
Tell me, please, about your experience, your European trip. What did you do? Tell me more about that interview.
Yeah,
It's very interesting.
Well, that's been really great. And I think in my life, in my work schedule, I try to set aside several weeks, a few times a year, to just live in Europe, to experience different lifestyle. Because there are lots of great things about Europe if you go as a tourist. But for me, it's nothing than being a tourist. So I do not go to the museums more than I usually do in New York. And I enrolled in school, so I was a student there. So every morning you go to classes, study, and that was in French language, which was even more challenging to me because it's not an easy language to learn. And you just kind of forget about all my previous achievements, accomplishments, because nobody knows me there, and people can only perceive what they can see and what they can feel. They don't know anything about me, and that was really great to just feel it, to have this experience, kind of starting your life fresh all over again, at least for a while. It was great, very challenging because in France everything is so different. Food, lifestyle, habits, the way that they live and think, it is so different than it is in US or it is in Russia. And for more than a week I was just going to school. I was came back home, studying, did my homework. I was cooking my own food, and the time at night I was spending this time with friends. So I was not really going to just walking around the streets. It was and the very hard. It was a lot of getting outside my comfort zone. Because people that might have lots of friends that live there, and they're not changing their lifestyle just because of me. So I immediately felt like a part of this community, part of their life. And they don't really care that I came from New York, that I live in America, that I am Russian. They just live their life. And this is amazing. And then it was a trip to Italy, which, as you know it well, that the country is fantastic and it's really great. And again, it was not really the touristy trip because I was visiting very small towns and villages. It was near the Bologna, which is a student city, not really like the most touristy, the most popular, and the Parma, which was the region where the Italians live, and then you can observe the culture, which is great. Well, and with the radio, that was another thing that I'm really glad that I did because being on the popular radio, giving the interview, just talking about my life. It's fascinating because it seems to me that I didn't say anything extraordinary. Just describing your life, your everyday life, how you live. And so many people all over the world just want to listen to it. This is incredible. This is like a point of like my point of achievement, like a mark. I can say that I did it, but it was not, the intention is not like a self-promotion or anything. It was experience. And also I immediately started thinking, creating my strategy of what I want to do about it. So how can I use it so people know me? Maybe I can help more people and promote like my friends by helping them to be more visible. Or also what I can do is I can just help more people all over the world. There's going to be great, like people that you surround yourself with. So this is definitely the important part of my work.
Absolutely. So inspirational, so great.
Thank you.
And I just think what we mentioned in previous interviews about traveling, about visiting places and such people, that's great. And how long did it take to this show? How long did you talk about? What kind of questions did they ask you?
Actually, it was about an hour, actually more than an hour, which was long. I expected it to be 20 minutes, but then it was absolutely like the further it was getting, the more interesting it was. And then I just realized I have so many more things to talk about. And the question were about something different because me being Russian and living in America, it's very different. And it was the journalist was asking me questions about the lifestyle, different culture, different society, about Americans, about New Yorkers in particular, because living in this city, it makes you very different from everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
It's very true, and it's not easy living in New York City. That I was telling basically the truth, the tips, the tricks, all these details about life, and it was also it's interesting to lots of other people just to discover a different way of living. That the main message for me that was that you can change where you live. You can create your own life. And lots of people that live in New York City, they were not born here. They just came here by choice to live, to work, to experience that, which that makes it the most fascinating and amazing city in the world. It's because there are just so many cultures and people with a great talent. People there have more expectations from themselves. They are very successful in their countries, but then they want more, and that's how they come to New York. So that's the world that I'm living in right now. Very challenging. It's very hard. Not very easy. It's a great competition. You have to constantly put a lot of effort, but it's just so worth it. It's so rewarding. So incredible. That was great experience.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great. It's like model of the world.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go there.
Yeah.
It's very similar, but the little poor model. Not most from the world, but mostly from Russia and different countries, Moscow. But New York is much bigger. It's all over the world wants to go there, and once you share it, it's great.
Yeah. Well, Moscow is the capital of big country. Russia, and New York is the capital of the whole world.
Yes.
Languages, cultures, so many things that blend in. There's so many restaurants from all over the world. You can try the most unique food in the world just a block from your apartment. You just go outside and experience this. Lots of culture, lots of world events. When you know that they say something on television about the events in the whole world, and everybody else in the world is listening for that, and this just happens like 2 minutes from your home, or you're just walking down the street and you see that. It's just part of everyday life.
You started to talk about this, and I just thought that I miss New York and I won't go there.
Absolutely, you should. You should definitely go back. New York is always here, and it's. I think it's just the experience that once you've been here, you know what's it like. It's hard to explain it to people that never been to New York, right? Do you agree?
But when you're talking about this, I just feel that you are talking about your favorite city. You love New York City, and I just feel that it's in your your words. It's great.
Happy to
and we talked about this here in Moscow, that we are very grateful. You are very grateful to live there and for that opportunities to that world's events. Yes, you are right. New York is the capital of the world right now. It's everything here in New York. You can find everything there.
It's not for everybody, though. It is not easy to live here, and I was answering the question that you honestly said that not necessarily that I will be living here all my life, but at least this 10 years or 15 years of my life that I might be living in the city, they are precious. That I think that in my entire life, this experience would be like the best, like the highlight.
yes, it's great experience. It's learning experience.
True. Yeah.
Right now, you should be there.
Yeah.
Right now, I should be here in Moscow because
True.
it's New York, and for me, it's Moscow. It's like learning tool. It's a teacher for us.
Yes.
We learn a lot. I learn a lot from the city. I got some new habits, new characters, new thoughts, and it's great to learn, to grow, to be.
Totally.
You are getting different person.
Yes, yes, and then you are surprised at yourself because the way that you can act and what you do, you never thought that you are capable of this, that you're able to do this. So New York or Moscow brings the best out of you, or maybe for some people it brings the worst out of them as well. It also could be true with the opportunities, with this experiences. It's just living in the city would not necessarily change you because you have to create this change from within, from your life. It definitely stimulates, and the truth is that you cannot be the same person at all when you were before. It's either you're getting better, you're progressing, you're getting more advanced, or you're like going down and degrading and brings the worst out of you. And it's also challenging to know what your the right path is, that you're really following your right this direction to the right destination of your life. So you have to be really careful here because it's you have to constantly reset your goals to know what you can use, what the city can give you to achieve them. Because not everybody who live in the city they're so advanced. It's a lot of temptation. It could be very healthy. It could be very unhealthy. Like right now, there is the big holiday. There's a Halloween in the city, so many people eat costume parties. So a lot of people, they're just they work really hard, 12 hours a day, in the most stressful job. They make a lot of money. They go party. They drink a lot of alcohol. It's their choice, but the quality of their life is not necessarily getting better. It's probably the same in Moscow.
Yes.
Yeah, people work hard and they're spending money and they are just have this short-term gratification when they just want to get the quick results. And we both know that it's not really possible. Life is not about the quick fixes and quick results. There's a lot of very deep and fundamental work that is a very essential component in achieving success in life. So that's.
And what are your plans for the next 2-3 months, Anya? Are you going to go somewhere Christmas and New York, or I mean Christmas and New Year?
Well, this year will be surprising, will be something different I never done before, because instead of celebrating Christmas, and in the United States, the Christmas day is in December 25, which is a very big Christian holiday. And on that day this year, I'll be on the airplane, fly on my way to Brazil, to the Rio, hopefully. Which will be very different. I was celebrating the New Year in the beach in their warm country before, but it will be different because it will be Brazil, and they have a really amazing tradition that you have to wear all white for the New Year, and there are flowers. You're in the beach, and then you just basically put all the flowers into the ocean, and I think it'll be a great experience. So right now I am also busy with the arrangements and preparations, because I also need to get the visa for Brazil, and then it takes some time and effort to plan the trip. And before that, there's a lot of also work, because I think that every day it's like a big holiday. It's like the life. You have 24 hours each day, and itself, it's like the whole, it's like life. because I think as far we can plan things, and it's very essential to have goals and plans, but it's also really important to actually enjoy the moment and live every day when this is the last day, because without
Absolutely.
this you cannot just live in the future, you have to live in the present. And this
Wow.
routine, when I go to gym, when I exercise, when I do yoga, when I work, when I do everyday things and see my friends, that is really exactly the way that I want to live my life every day. So it's not like an effort. So it's also enjoyable. And yesterday was a long walk in Central Park, which is always fascinating. And then I think living the life, doing what you're doing, knowing that you would do it anyway, then it's just great. And especially after the trip to Europe, where everything was so different, I was so happy to come back to my routine. Because in France, this country, they're not really, they don't really admire like the sport. There's very difficult to find the gym for exercising, and they have dinners very late at night, and they eat a lot of food, which I do not normally eat. They drink a lot of wine, they smoke, everybody smokes. So it's not necessarily the lifestyle that I want to adopt in my life, but experiencing that and then coming back to my life, that made me appreciate it even more. And like, yeah, I really did make the right choices, and I made my life the way that feels right and
Yes.
good.
Yes.
How does it
Yes.
feel for
Also,
you? Yeah.
and also the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was in India. It's very nice to see and to discover their
Mm-hmm.
traditions, their
Mm-hmm.
food, how they live. And what you mentioned about France, they have late dinner. In India, probably the same. After 8, about 9, they
Mm-hmm.
eat, and the food is very nice, but it's unusual for me personally,
It's
and for
rich.
most of them who came, because it's very spicy.
Right. Yeah.
But it's great to discover that part of the world,
Mm-hmm.
how they live, because most of the uh, places I've seen in the movies. Now
Ah,
I went there, and
incredible.
the Indians, how they live, how they walk, how they talk, and it's great. It was like a dream, Anya.
Yeah. Oh
It was
yeah.
about 12 days, but always when we had a conversation with my friends from South Africa, from the United States, from Canada, I just meant, wow, it's like a dream. It's small life inside my
Oh
usual
yeah.
life, because you came in different place in 6 7 hours. You're already back home. It's
Absolutely.
unusual, and it's great. I'm
Yeah.
very grateful. I feel so blessed.
Oh yes. Yes, and especially that you made it possible in your life yourself. And for a lot of people, this experience, your traveling and conference and my radio program in Europe, it's like they would be watching that, like they're watching television, like they're watching like a soap opera, how other people live. But isn't that great to know that you're actually living that, you're experiencing that yourself, that you're not just see other people doing that, you are actually doing that. I think that's the most incredible thing to um, have, to make it possible to do something that you did not realize. And that seems normal, absolutely. It feels right, and it feels natural that you're traveling everywhere, that you are um, that you're doing something that most people, they just dream about. So you probably are living someone else's dream, and that is strictly by choice, because there's some things, some factors in our lives, that something that you and I, we were born in a different country, and if we didn't make this effort, then nothing would happen. Everything that you have, or I feel like I have, it's a result of a choice. That once you just have to make a very important decision in my life, that I don't want to live the same life there I see people in my neighbors have, or my friends have, someone in my family have. You just realize that if you do nothing, then that's exactly the life that you'll be living in 10 or 20 years. But if you want something different, then you have to make a decision to do something different than what they're doing. Do you think that's also can be applied to your life? That everything that you did?
How can I say the word? It's reaping, and how first word is sowing. Посадить. Посадить.
To plant. Plant. Посадить.
Yeah, it's the low cost like sowing and reaping, or first word.
Yeah, the sowing. No, sowing it's sheet. Plant the seed. Это семечко. Plant the seed and watch it grow, and take care of it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
okay.
when you put your energy, your actions, you're focusing on that, it's growing, and you see the results later. It's not for tomorrow. It can be not next week or next month.
Absolutely.
It can take years.
Yes,
and
true.
Your decision, it was starting point.
Yeah.
That changed your direction.
Yeah.
It didn't change your life, but it's changed your direction. And your starting point was inside your mind. As you said before, within you, you started to change yourself within you. Nothing was changed outside. True. You didn't see outside effect yet.
Yes,
but
right.
Something different started to transform in yourself. And now you're living the life you just imagined 10 or 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was a dream.
The same for me, and I can see the results right now. It's small steps, it's small transformational effects.
Yeah.
But step-by-step process every day.
Very true. Yes, it's also, I like that a lot. I think it's a brilliantly, very well said. That's exactly how it feels. I didn't think about it, but yes, you have to make a decision. You have to plant the tree or the seed into the soil, because without that, nothing is going to happen. And then on a daily basis and constantly, you have to water it and take care of it. Because if you just plant the tree but you do nothing, and then you do not give it water, and you would not fertilize the soil, I mean putting all the essential ingredients and vitamins in it and making sure that the plant is growing, especially in the very beginning when it is not very strong yet, where it needs a lot of attention, then you have to put a lot of effort in making sure it survives, and then it grows, and then when it's big and strong, then you don't really have to do anything because it's already there.
Yeah, and you're responsible for everything in your own life. And when you mentioned the word decision, is very important word. Most people don't become efficient or productive, or they don't become wealthy because they never decide to become productive or wealthy.
Yeah. Well,
they don't have a decision. They never had a decision to be healthy, for example, or form new habit. That's why they don't have the results.
True.
If you want to change something, first step, one of the first foundation is to have that decision that you're going to do that. You're going to be that. You're going to go there. Decision.
I just thought, just when you were speaking, I don't know if you would agree with that or not, but if you didn't make a decision to grow and evolve in your life, that means you made the decision to stay poor and unsuccessful and unhappy. So it's like when you right. So it's the decision as well, but it's just the decision to let your life happen, like that other people be responsible for your life.
Yes, and a very famous quote. I don't remember exactly who said that, but if you don't plan,
Right?
you plan to fail.
Exactly. That is it. Yeah, that is it. I read it somewhere, but you said it in a best way. I agree. Yeah, yeah. And then it's just so easy to find the reason we're not succeed outside somewhere. I hear a lot when people are speaking, they're saying that, oh, I was born in the wrong country. I was born in the wrong city, in the wrong family. My parents didn't give me this. Well, I was not from the family of the rich oligarchs. Or I was born, my health was not perfect and everything else, and they find, and oh, I'm with the wrong, we have a relationship with the wrong person, and they blame everything like for this person for everything, or I'm in a job that I hate and all, but then they are staying in this situation. They're not changing anything, and for as long as they will be putting this responsibility and to, uh, well, they will say that someone else is responsible, then nothing is going to change. Then you have to be responsible for everything in your life. Even something that feels, oh, like, how can this be? I mean, I didn't choose to be born in a certain place, because I was born in a small village in Soviet Union, and you say, I didn't choose that fact, but you can choose everything else. It's like you can choose where you want to live in the world. And a lot of people who had even less opportunities, like starting point in the very beginning, they achieved even more than I am, and they're such a great inspiration for me. That's why it's just so important to spend time and talk and have conversations with people who succeeded, because you look at their life situation, and they did change that, and like, wow, what a great inspiration. And the more time I spend with them, then the more I believe that I'm capable of doing that. Do you agree? That's
Yes, 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 I am. Now I remember that quote, Anya.
mhm. Yeah,
When you when you fail to plan, you
yeah.
plan to fail. Yeah, but I just
Wow, no, that is even better said.
yeah.
This is great. This is really, yeah, tells a lot. It's a great quote, but then there's a lot of the truth to that.
And your words are very inspirational about taking responsibility. Don't criticize, don't be negative. You are responsible for results you have right now, for
Yeah.
people around, for your financial situation or health situation. If you want to change this, just take your 100% responsibility and be responsible for your actions, for your thoughts. Because the law
Absolutely.
of cause and effect, our
Yeah.
thoughts, our actions are cause, and
Yeah.
our results in different parts of your life, in
Yeah.
different areas of your life, are effect. So if you want to change your effect, your results, you have to change your causes, thoughts
Absolutely.
and actions.
Yes, yeah, there's not an easy way. And I know that a lot of people, probably a lot of your clients, they would look for a miracle, for their quick results. And that's, well, a lot of people, they use this, unfortunately, and they become very rich. For example, in the United States, people are selling something that can easy, quick. For example, how to be in a good shape physically, then you don't have to eat healthy and go to gym. You just buy something quickly, drink a pill for like a month, and then you'll be in excellent shape. These things, they do not work, unfortunately. And or you say, oh, this is just, I want quick. I want to have transformed my entire life for like 3 weeks or in a month. It's just,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
most people are looking for the quick shield, quick.
yeah, like a quick
tips.
fix, right?
They
That's
want to get wealthy quick. They want to get healthy quick. It's these advertisements on TV. You can see, or buy this and you will get this.
yeah,
Buy this deodorant and everyone will love you.
yeah,
Buy
absolutely,
this couch and you'll have healthy
yeah,
body. Buy this and you will have
yeah.
great muscles.
And that sells. It really sells. Yeah, the most bizarre, and I saw it actually truly fact that there are some like pants, some trousers, or some underwear that you put it on, and then you lay on the sofa watching television, and then you are in good shape. So
But
it's brilliant.
it's great for some people. They
Wow.
started to believe that. They feel confident. Oh, I bought this bracelet or something, and now I'm getting better. And subconscious mind, it's working. It's getting
Yeah.
better because you believe that.
Well, yes. Unfortunately, that is only 50% probably of
Yes,
success.
absolutely.
Then another
Absolutely.
thing that you have to do in actual work, because you can just sit, do nothing, and meditate without an actual result. The results, it may come into your life, but maybe it will take 500 years.
Yeah.
Eventually, but nobody has 500 years to wait, because with the right mindset, it's a kind of a natural that you want to do the right things. And with the people, most people in our planet, I think they have like a low conscious mind, and that's why they believe and they buy, because it just doesn't make any sense. It's just so stupid. I would never buy anything like this, but a lot of people do. And that's how they waste a lot of time, a lot of money, and that's maybe the lesson they need to learn, because they eventually they will realize that only hard work, the right actions, and getting out of the comfort zone. You have to be uncomfortable at a certain point of your life. Just enjoying like all these pleasures would not get you anywhere. And it's eventually it starts feeling great, because when you do
Yeah.
some sport, then it's not easy. You have to make an effort, and maybe you have some pain in your muscles after that. But there's two kinds. Like my trainer at the gym explained it to me in such a great way that I think it's I want to share it with you. There is the sweet pain, and there's a bitter pain. Because when I was working out and exercising, and I had some pain, some discomfort in my muscle, it was not very comfortable. I felt like all my muscles, and I just like, oh, maybe that's something I don't want to feel. But then he explained it. It's good, because you have this pain in your muscles because you are getting stronger. Your muscles are actually working. And that's how you get in a good shape. Without this pain, won't be any results. But the bitter pain, that is something that people who do not want to make any efforts, they will experience it years later. Because if you do not work out, if you don't do any sport, if you're living a very unhealthy life, then in like 10 years from now, you'll be sick, you will have some problems with your health, with your body, you will be out of shape, and then you'll have to go to the doctors a lot and take a lot of medicine. And that will be a lot the bitter pain that you will experience if you do not do that. So I thought it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's very important to invest and to do what you don't like to do, but you should.
Yeah.
Discipline, self-discipline, to
Yeah.
live the life you wouldn't live
Right.
if you didn't do that kind of steps and activities. Most people want to do what's easy, what's nice, but they don't think about the results in the future.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah, it's like when it's like the you going somewhere without the destination. You go to the store, or to the
Yeah,
you
the
just
same.
go to the taxi and you tell the driver, I want to go somewhere. I don't know where I want to go. Then
Yeah.
you'll never get where you actually do want. You have to
Yeah,
know.
the same small steps as in investments in your financial situation. When you invest maybe 5-10% every month, your bank account or your investments growing.
Yeah.
It's great, but some people think, oh, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to feel better right now. I'm not care. I don't know what's going to be in 5 or 10 years. But most people knows and think about that long-term vision.
That's true. Well, the truth is that everything they buy, it does not really make them happy. It's an illusion. You know, when I was living in Russia and I was buying a lot of things, I was making very good money, and it was well, it was fun to do all that. But when I changed the country and when I moved to New York, to the United States, that everything I own, can you imagine, everything that all my possessions, that all I had, I was able to put in 2 suitcases. I packed my entire life in the 2 suitcases, and one of them was books and photographs of my family and friends, something that's meaningful to me that has not the material value, but the kind of the very sentimental value, like something that is the most important that I took with me. And it was really very little. Everything is left. Everything that I was buying, all my nice clothes and other things, all the electronics and computer, everything was left in Russia. And I never thought about it. I never missed it. I started my life all over again, and I never thought, oh, I wish I bought this. No, it's just all temporary. But the experience was the most important that I took with me, was my experience, my education, my skills. That I think when you invest in yourself, then anywhere you go, it will be there with you. You will never lose it once you
Yes.
have your like something that can live.
I just thought about our conversation, Sanya. We put it, I don't know exactly, but more than 7 or 8, and that
Right.
information you shared, that information that I want to say, it's very nice. It's very important and
Yeah.
useful for people who may see that later or may hear or read that.
True.
And that plans and our ideas about publishing and doing something with that,
Yeah.
it's great. We can transcribe and put it in the text
Yes.
and form structure of our book.
Exactly.
What's going to say that? Who are we going to interview for that chapter?
Very
What
brilliant.
about this? What you mentioned about traveling? What kind of person would like to say something, and we can put their advices in our chapter? What's the name and title about it? What are we going to say? What's the purpose and goal? What people can have from it? What do they need to do? It's very,
I
very
think this is such a brilliant concept. I like this a lot because, like, if I look at my life 5 years ago, it was different. I was not there where I am right now, and I wish so much that someone would tell me these things. It took me a lot of time and effort and years of the efforts that I think I could do it a lot faster. I could have better results if I actually had someone when I could just look back and tell it to myself 5 years ago, and I cannot do this. So I think that what you say, and especially in a conversation like this, is very stimulating, and it's really rare that people have the same mindset about these things. I think it can change lives of so many people. Because what I realized in my experience of traveling the world, of seeing so many people, how they live, and they're just so different. Unfortunately, they may deserve better, but they don't know what to do. Like what your entire work is based on that. So people, they are not happy and they're not successful, and they just don't know they're even capable of doing that. That's why I think what we can do is changing the world this way, to actually help it. It's a very valuable content, and people will watch it, and then maybe after one time with one video, they will make this decision to plant that seed that you were talking about. So they will watch your life, the way that you travel and your success and everything else, and then they will say, okay, I'm not I don't agree with living the way that my neighbors or my parents, they don't have these examples, because that's like right now with their power of internet and with a video, any person can watch these videos, or any person can buy the book online, or it's possible, it's accessible. And I think it's really important to use this to actually reach so many people in so many countries. Because before that, imagine life without internet. How that would be possible for me being in New York and for you being in Moscow to have a conversation like the same, that we're sitting in the same room. This is great. And I think now it's with a situation in the world which is that is not perfect. I think a lot of people would get inspired by something that they can do.
Yes, the technology that we have now is so powerful, and internet with these conversations, it was difficult to imagine, and most people don't have opportunity to talk with someone, don't have someone who can give them advice or share their wisdom. And what you have, what kind of experience, what kind of knowledge you have is, you're right, maybe one idea they listen or they read can change their direction. Not results yet, but direction. And they, as you said, they plant their just one seed, and they put some water, some new ideas, some new thoughts, and the plant can grow, it can become a huge tree.
Absolutely. That's why we're doing this series of interviews. I mean, one time they will watch one video, and then they watch another, and then another, and then that's how they constantly will be their confidence in their possibilities, in their potential will grow, and more and more and more. Because we're basically talking with you about the same thing with the different words, with a different expression. We go deeper in it and deeper, and this is essential because once they see it or read about this, and then they see it again, they want to see more, more and more, and that's how amazing things will happen. And I think it's really amazing and great to live your life the way to be an inspiration for so many people. That if you did it with your life, then it brings a lot more happiness than the success. I mean, everything comes with it eventually, success and money and everything. And it just comes natural because, well, it's easy, I would say, it's easy to make very good money once you know that you are giving something to the world. And then the money is something that is very natural response. It's the way the world is saying thank you for your contribution, because then people want to keep it up.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And you feel so great when you share, when you give what you can give and share. And someone said, probably Jim Rohn or Zig Ziglar, I don't remember exactly what you said. Absolutely right, Anya. That you have absolutely whatever you want to, just to help enough people to get what they want.
Exactly.
And it's energy you receive when you give back, and you give back, you receive. It's the process. You cannot just only receive. It should be balanced.
Exactly. I think
give what you want, maybe time, energy, not necessarily money, and you receive back.
True. I think the more you give, the more you receive also. So by just kind of waiting, trying to get more, then it's something that will be, this channel will be blocked. So the more you give, that the more energy, the more space that you create with you, and then the more you are able to receive. That is incredible. That's a great idea. I think
we should give more, whatever we can.
Absolutely.
So maybe through books, through webinars, through these videos.
Totally.
Maybe just go and talk in charity fund, what you
Absolutely.
maybe give money. It's not necessary, but it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
you see that it can it return back different sources. Not
Very
necessarily
true.
you give that person knowledge on money or advice. It's not necessary that he give you back. Maybe from different source.
Yeah. And that's what I'm also working on right now. I have my big project. I think the big advantage of what our conversations is that it's also in English. It's not in Russian language, which also gives a lot. It's something very unique, I think, because when I was in Moscow the last time, when I was in Russia, I just realized it's just for me so natural to be speaking English, and it's not like that for a lot of people. So a lot of people are learning that and then giving them that so they can polish their skills and at the same time getting really valuable content. I think it's just all that. It's just a really very powerful combination, and also it's a great advantage that we can do it on both languages, which
Yeah.
is truly amazing.
And thank you again, Anna.
Yeah, thank you. You're so welcome. I think we will talk more about this, and I'm sure that if we set the right goals, then we'll get to that sooner than we expect. So we'll definitely plan something. It's great that you're back, and you have a wonderful weekend. Have a great Sunday. Today's Saturday. Yes, and we'll do it again soon. Thank you for your conversation. It's great.
Thank you very much for that opportunity, for that conversation. It was
You're
great
most
to
welcome.
hear your breakthroughs, your thoughts about your European experience, your European travel, and the radio interview. You're very inspirational. I'm very impressed what you do and how you talk, how you think. Your results are amazing. And
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you very much.
And I look forward to talk with you very soon again.
Absolutely. Then we'll do that. Okay, Pasha, so bye for now, and I'll talk to you again.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great weekend as well.
I
Thank
definitely
you.
will. That is the plan. Thank you, and bye-bye.